So I want to share a verse with you. Not a verse, a few verses. It's about acknowledging Jesus Christ. And that's one thing I'm not ashamed of, I'm not afraid of. I will acknowledge Jesus Christ with others. And it says out in Luke chapter 12, starting in verse 8, acknowledge Christ before men. And I tell you, everyone who acknowledges me before men, the Son of Man also will acknowledge before the angels of God. But the one who denies me before men will be denied before the angels of God. And everyone who speaks a word against the Son of Man will be forgiven. But the one who blasphemes against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven. And when they bring you before the synagogues and the rulers and the authorities, do not be anxious about how you should defend yourself or what you should say. For the Holy Spirit will teach you in that very hour what you ought to say. So I just wanted to kind of recap what that said. I think it's pretty clear, don't you think? We should acknowledge Christ before men, like it says, before men and women. They wrote that Bible, they forgot to include women in there. Men and women, got to include everybody. You know, I don't like how they wrote that down the old times. Include everyone. But we need to acknowledge Christ before everybody. Don't be afraid to talk about Jesus. Don't care if it offends someone. I don't care. If it offends you, I'm talking about Jesus, get over it. He was a real person. He was here on earth. It's documentation. You can't find his body anywhere because he's not here. You know, but the fact is, he was here. There are records, documentation, eyewitness accounts, at least more than 500 eyewitness accounts that saw him. He's real. Real as you and me. He traveled. He healed people. He talked to people. He prayed with people. He laughed with people. He loved people. He was here. He was real. So don't be afraid to talk about Jesus Christ. I'm not. Don't be afraid. You know, don't be afraid at all. You know, tell people, don't be afraid of loving other people. Don't be afraid of forgiving other people. So that's my challenge to each and every one of you, no matter who you are. Don't be afraid of acknowledging Christ with others. And if you don't know Jesus Christ, it's time that you get to know him, don't you think? It's time that you get to know the Lord. Because he loves you. He died for you. Jesus died for you. And that's what it's about. Accepting him. Asking for forgiveness. Accepting him into your heart, into your life. That's what it's about. Accepting. Acknowledge Jesus Christ into your life and into your heart. Acknowledge him. Let him in. He's knocking at your heart. He's knocking at your door. He's a gentleman. He's not going to force himself in, but he's knocking on your heart, saying, let me in. Let me in. Let him in. Let him in. Please like, share, subscribe, share this with others. Can't do this without you. This ministry does not exist without you. You want to give to the ministry? I will put the links down below. You got PayPal, Cash App. You know, we have a Gofundme account. Also, still have the Gofundme if you want to help Lady and I out. We hit some hard times and we could still use your help. There's 2 different Gofundmes for that. And I still need help. But go there forth and tell people about Jesus today. And do not be afraid.